Hey, welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona Meade at the Soul Legacy TV Spiritual Business Success with Iona. So today is what I call Contribution Freedom Monday, and we are talking about today's topic is about creating and starting and building a life purpose-led business, a business that's driven by the purpose that you feel called to birth in the world, the difference that you want to make in the world as a light worker, as a spiritual entrepreneur. I'm super excited about this episode on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. And I say that every single day, I'm kind of like, this is my favorite day. And I think relationship freedom, financial freedom, and contribution freedom are definitely out of the seven, my days that I really, really look forward. I look forward to all of them, to be fair, but I love this day. So let me know what you do as a light worker, what you do, what is your contribution in the world, what do you have on your vision board, what is the big vision and mission that your soul is calling you to leave, and to make a difference with. Before I jump into the episode, I want to say that this is a practical episode where I share with you my journaling process. I'm stuck. My journaling process, my visualization process, setting soul guided intentions and actions, and just moving forward with how we launch our day, lead our day, and leave our day. So we're going to get into that, as well as expressing gratitude, because gratitude is like the bomb. And then I'm going to share with you what card I pull for today. And I usually share the book that I listen to or read every single day. I'm an author. I love books. And this is part of the Spiritual Biz YouTubers network and the book launch club. I love books, and I always wanted to start a book launch club. And I started one on Telegram. It's not like picked up lots of momentum, but it's there. And the books that we read and the influence that others have on us, it can be really, really life-changing. And as I edit my book and the paperback, I'm just getting my Fiverr guy to reformat the cover and then launch it on Amazon. So I will do an unboxing of it. I'm really excited actually to get it in my hands. I haven't had my book in my hands as yet, so it being like tangible and stuff is just really amazing. And that book is part of me launching, leading, and leaving my soul legacy, and doing it with ease, grace, and flow, and building a life purpose-led business. Don't know what building a life purpose-led business means to you, but the book that I was listening to today, I've listened to before, and it's one of two books from this particular author. He's got more books, Chandler Bolt, and it was many, 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 many years ago that I wanted to write a book. And then I came across Chandler Bolt around the same time-ish, I think, that I came across The Miracle Morning. Hal Elrod, they do a partnership and promote each other. And I've seen them do that in the past. And one of the books that Chandler Bolt has written is published from blank page to publish author or something like that. And then this particular one is book launch. And then as I was listening to it, I was on my walk today, and I was like, wow. He talks about monetizing your book and building a business around your book, and, that positioning your business and your purpose around your book, etc. And I'm like, wow, there was a day that I had no clue what I was going to write my book on. There was a day that for me, my book leads my business and leads how I work, and it leads this YouTube podcast. It leads everything. It leads my online courses. It leads my retreats. It leads everything. And basically, Chandler Bolt was saying that, and I thought, wow, I had that on my vision board. I teach vision boarding, a spiritual business vision board, and I thought, what, like, how far? I don't know if you've ever listened to or read a book, and then gone back and actually have implemented what was in that book. That's how I've written my book. I've designed my book to be like a companion for you to do your soul work and your life purpose-led business, and as a spiritual entrepreneur and as a light worker. So I'm excited to get that into my hands and then get that into the hands of more people and take my book on a virtual book tour, which was, again, something that I really, really wanted to do. And now I'm in the position where I'm getting ready to do that. So I'm really excited about it. And so, yeah, the book, I didn't write any notes because I was walking and I was listening. I didn't write any notes on it. But basically, Chandler Bolt was saying, when you look at the big gurus, what have you, they've all got books. They all lead business with a book. They're all authors. And I was listening to a podcast by Stephen Bartlett, The Diary of a CEO. And he's doing like a behind the scenes kind of vlog again with his channel and what he's up to. Obviously, he's written a book, what he's up to and what his team is up to, and all that is so inspiring because he's got like a team of 30 people and he's got millions of subscribers on his YouTube channel, and like him going out in the public and people saying, oh, I love the Diary of a CEO, I love the blah, blah, blah. And he was saying that he shares basically his diary and what he's up to. And he was doing what I say a joint vision partnership with around ending homelessness in 5 years, which I absolutely love. Him and royalty, the future king of England, and I'm just like, wow, what an absolutely amazing. I'm very much into that vision, and I just think when I was watching it, I was like, wow. He shared his diary. He was flying from here, flying to there, and all these calls and all this, all this important stuff that he was doing through his YouTube podcast. I was just really inspired because I'm early on the journey of YouTube, but I can see the vision. And he was saying, as those people came up to him, people would come up to him crying and saying, I had a really bad day and I listened to your episode. And it made such a difference, basically saving people's lives when you don't even realize you're saving people's lives. And he said he just has those people in mind now. And not only is it an honor to do his YouTube podcast, but actually it's a privilege. And I love that. And it's an in-person podcast, so he's contributing and others are contributing to their life purpose-led business. They're what they really feel called to do. They're coming together in an interview, filming it on YouTube and turning it into a podcast. And me having the vision to do that, like, have a podcast on YouTube and have those collaborations. My collaborations are like a lot smaller now in terms of the contribution and the reach that I want to have, but you have to start somewhere. And I just thought, wow, Iona, I've got to learn and dyslexia. It's like you started and you just keep going and you just keep going and you just keep going in terms of that contribution. So if there's at any point where you're like, you know what, don't even know what my life purpose is, or I'm not even sure about this life purpose, or like, is this for real? Like, can I keep doing it? Can I keep in alignment with that vision? When you see other people doing what, hey, welcome, let me know where you're watching from in the world. When you see other people, when you see role models of yours, when you see that the path has been paved for us, they might be doing slightly different things, or they might be doing things where they're investing a lot to get to that reach, or they've got, they can collaborate at a different level than you can when you're starting from scratch. But if others have done it, so can you. And so when I had one of my guests on, Nicole, on last week on the Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit, she said that when she finished her job, like waitressing and staff serving, as she says in the States, she had like a back injury. So she was like, well, I can't do that job anymore. I'm going to turn to the online. And she looked and she saw people doing whatever they were doing in the world online, mommy bloggers and stuff. And she's like, well, they can do it, I can do it too. But she did it in a way that was in her genius zone, and she actually supported those people instead of being the competition. And I love that. So whatever I like, hey Yvonne, how you doing? Thank you, Gloversville, New York. Welcome to the Seven Frequency podcast. On Monday, I'm not sure if you've been on a Monday before, but our Monday theme is, and my red t-shirt is contribution freedom, and the frequency of that, like how we want to contribute in the world, how we want to make our difference as light workers, as spiritual entrepreneurs, and what we're doing, and what we're doing about that, how we're moving into that. And so we'll do the visualization on it, we'll do the gratitude on it, we'll do all of the journaling on it. We'll also reflect back between now and last Monday and see how we've been contributing in the world, see if we've been playing full out. And I was just mentioning The Diary of a CEO. I don't know if you know that. You might not be into Stephen Bartlett. He's got a YouTube podcast. He's got millions of people, millions of subscribers. And he was just reflecting back on he said he has meetings with his team and he reflects back, like quarterly meetings, reflects back on the quarter and then plans out the next quarter and how they can up level. And so that's what we do every single day, but with each area of our life. Like, okay, what intentions do I have for this week? And actually, hey, welcome. What intentions do I have this week in terms of getting my light work out in the world, being in service, birthing my book, birthing my podcast, my YouTube channel, writing my book, do whatever it is, getting people on my course? How are you going to do that this week? And what did you do last week? Did you actually hide behind closed doors, or did you step up your game and offer your services? And as the paperback, I've published it to number one on Kindle, but I'm editing the paperback. So when I get it, I'll be able to do my YouTube videos and talk about what's in the book. And that's me leading my life purpose business. So that's when I look back at this week, that's primarily what I've been doing, as well as reaching out and getting people to feature on the summit. But all of that was on my vision board. And sometimes when sometimes when we see that other people are doing work in the world that we really want to do, but we're like down here and they're like up here as gurus and influencers, or like you might see someone that you knew like a year or two ago and they're crushing it and you're like, oh, I feel a bit left behind. I don't know what to do. I don't know what my next steps are. It's okay. It's okay. It's a matter of using the same 24 hours that everybody else does and planning that out, actually mapping it out week by week, day by day, month by month, year by year. That's what I say. That's what intentional living is for me. And so contributing in the world is massive. I want to say that yesterday is Financial Freedom Frequency Sunday. And I was saying before on the podcast that I was going out for a date. And I will talk about this more on Relationship Freedom Friday. But I went out for a date and it's the first time that I've felt like the contribution that I make in the world and the financial freedom, because I've like literally came offline for a year, supported family, kinship, foster caring, and then I've come back online to build my business again. And explaining that in a dating scenario, that's fine. But I this guy was at that level of, mortgage free, got a yacht, got a camper van, driving, plans to sail around the world. That was the first time that I felt like, okay, my contribution and my finances are not in alignment for me to just step out and travel around the world in a yacht. Neither are his. He's not. He said, if he had to sell everything, he'd still have to work. I want to be in that position. And we were talking about, how people are settled and how you have dreams, how you really want to do what you feel called to do, which he's not doing all of that yet. He's into trading. But that was the first time I'm like, do you know what, Iona? If you don't step up your game, you'll miss those opportunities to really do that dream. He's had that dream for 10 years and he's now a month ago decided to buy a boat, decided to buy a yacht and do what it takes. I think he's given himself a year to plan for it, fix the boat and then go. And I thought exactly that, like give yourself time to plan. But I want to travel the world. And I'm just like, well, yeah, what else am I going to do? You just keep going and you just keep going. So when you have a plan and your soul is calling you to make a difference, don't forget that there's you in there as well. It's your life purpose. So you're not supposed to be pulled by it, you're supposed to make a lifestyle around it, as I say. So let's dive into the episode in terms of rating our vibrational frequency, because the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast is about how we feel, how if we're in that ease, grace and flow, if we're on that track to manifesting. And so let me know, do you feel in soul funk or soul flow today? And either way is fine. I'm feeling in self-flow. Yesterday, when I came back off the date, I was like, oh, it just was a little bit weird. There was a lot of things that was manifesting in this person that's on my vision board, but it still wasn't a closed gap and a match to move forward. And I was like, oh, and today I was like, just focus on your contribution so that you can find somebody who's at the level of ready to go and ready to go with me and ready to. It gave me a lot of clarity of not getting into something that's going to hinder my life purpose, because I've done it and I've done it before. And he said that he'd done it like 4 times, had meaningful relationships 4 times in the last 4 years. That for me feels like a lot. I'm like, I just don't want to get into something and have that take me away from my vision. And so that's the message for me today. Whatever you're doing, whether it's dating, whether it's doing something for others, whether it's caring for others, whatever it is, whether it is working a job, what is your exit plan out of that to actually be in alignment and really go for the business that your life purpose has called you to build, right? And are you in alignment with that? So are you on track with that? So are you in soul funk or soul flow? What we do is we rate between a 1 and an 11. 1 is like, you feel awful around your purpose, like you're confused, you don't have clarity, you're not sure of your next steps, actually kind of probably wasted a week, you're probably hiding behind closed doors, all those kinds of things. And you know you're not speaking to the people that you're here to serve, or adding value, or getting on camera, or writing your book, or doing whatever it is. What is it? If you feel in flow, you're like, yes, I'm doing everything, I feel in alignment, people are coming, clients are coming, potential clients are coming, I'm speaking to people, I'm making my offer, I'm building my group, I'm building out my course, whatever it is that you're doing. Do you feel in flow with it? Do you feel like that guidance is like, yeah, I'm on track. I know. For me, listening to the book today, book launched, I realized just how far I've even come to be going back to my fiver guy and saying, can you adjust the spine? Because when I gave him the project, I didn't know how many pages my book would be. I didn't even know what was going to be in my book. I launched my book on pre-order a year before I wrote it. And I hit number 1 with that book on pre-order, right? So I didn't know. So it's like I've come so far, and it's just acknowledging just how far you've come, even if you're not all the way. So I'm an 11 today. And then what we'll do is we'll check in each day and see where are you leaning into your purpose, and where are you like resisting it, because resistance is a thing. Excuse me, and it lowers your vibrational frequency. The next segment is vision boards. And so again, I have the Spiritual Business Vision Board Challenge, and I will leave the link in the show notes or the description. And let me know if that vision board, if you are coming to the new, look, here we go. If you're coming to the next Spiritual Business Vision Board Challenge, it happens annually now, on the second week in December at 7:30 p.m. UK time. From Monday to Sunday, and we'll break down your life purpose. What is it that you want to actually do? And then looking after your health and your emotions, and managing your emotions and your environment. What environments? I mean, when this guy was painting the picture of traveling the world, and he's saying, well, I'd start here, then I'd go there, and I wouldn't be on the boat all day long, like for weeks, unless it was a really big trip, and I'd take like 14 days or 16 days or something. But it'd be a voyage, which is a day here, then stay for a week or 2 weeks, and then the next place. And then, it just sounded amazing. Not that I'm like probably good on water, but it just sounded amazing. Just getting to see so many different places, just amazing. So your environments, the relationships, imagine the people that you are going to be speaking with, and just amazing. In your spirituality, we break down your financial freedom, because in order to do all of those things, then you're going to need to be in harmony with that financial freedom. So that happens on the second week in December. I'm excited about it, to set more intentions, to see what is manifested, to see what I'm in alignment with. And I can tell you that date right there, I thought it was a good date. The qualities in that person was like really, 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 really close to the person that I put on my vision board. Not all the way. There are some things missing, but not much, not much. And I love that. I really do love that commitment and that, because he was talking about a short term. I'm like, I'm not looking for a short term relationship. I'm looking for a long term one. So, but we had fun. We went out for a drink. So when you create your vision board, you'll be able to say yes to the things that support you and no to the things that do not. Yeah, you'll be able to say no to the things that you do not. So getting clear in the first place is a good thing, right? So again, there's replays, and then you can join me live. If you click on the playlist and scroll down to the next seven videos that say up and coming, if you click the notification button, YouTube will notify you when I go live. Okay. Excuse me. The third segment is gratitude, which I love this segment. And so I have my little gratitude stone every single day. I know, Yvonne, you say that, you do gratitude 3 times a day. I do it once a day. But I love how you launch and lead and leave your day. And so bringing in the energy of the 7 freedoms frequency with gratitude and appreciation and just happiness, just joy, just feeling really good. But it's not just feeling really good about one area of your life or one specific thing. It's all areas, all of those things that we lay out on our vision board, feeling in alignment with that now. Because if we don't feel in alignment with that now before and in order for it to manifest, we're pushing it away. We're leaving it in the future, right? So I say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. And it could be something from the past. It's still in alignment, something from the present, or something on your vision board, which is from the predicted future. So I say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate the growing number of subscribers on the Soul Legacy TV. So welcome if you are a new subscriber at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. I'm super excited. My subscribers keeps going up and up and up. So I'm really happy and grateful. Thank you for subscribing to the Soul Legacy TV YouTube channel and listening along to this podcast as well if you're just listening. Really happy and grateful for that. Really happy because I'm just like getting subscribers, but I'm not like really super celebrating. And it's like, do you know what? Yeah, that's great. That's me going into that contribution. It's just happening and it's just happening. I'm showing up and it's just happening. So thank you. So I'm happy and I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my health. I feel bright, vibrant, and I feel good. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate, again, lots of laughter in my life. There was a time where I didn't laugh every single day, like there's been times when going through a spiritual awakening where I'm just like, I'm kind of done. Do you know what I mean? So I'm really happy and grateful for a lot of laughter. I'm really happy and grateful for the environment. I said I went out yesterday. It was actually in the place where my daughter used to work. It's a really nice environment, actually, and the people are really lovely that work there. So that was really nice. It was nice to be in a different environment and get out of the house because I don't know about you, but I've turned into more of a homebody or an office body while I work on my project. But it is nice to get out and meet new people. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate making a new relationship, and whether that will be a friend or not or what, but just having different conversations and meeting someone who helped me set my point of attraction and help me make some conscious decisions around dating. And I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the universe that guides us to who it is that we need to speak to and do what it is that we need to do on a daily basis. I'm happy and grateful for that. Happy and grateful and appreciate finances and being bought a drink, which was really nice. So next segment is how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. And I looked down and I didn't actually write anything then. I'm like, okay, I know it by memory. So how do you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day in terms of your contribution in the world? And how can you add to each day of the week to contributing in big ways or small ways, be it conversations, be it posts, be it an article, be it your book, be it your course, be it reaching out, having a call, whatever it is that you're doing, as you're contributing, be it collabs, be it getting featured, what can you add in your day that's actually going to get you to that goal? And I can honestly say that I'm doing all of the things. I'd like to do them faster, don't get me wrong. And I know that will then slow me down and slow down the energy of it. I'm not trying to be super impatient about it, but when you've got so many things to do, it's like, well, but I like to take my time and I don't like to rush. I do have learning dyslexia, so I just give myself grace. I'm just like, okay, this morning, that's been my main focus. The book, I haven't done all of my routine. I've just focused on the book writing process and going for a walk and listening to a book. And then I did my, no, I haven't done my visualization yet. So it felt like it because I just live it and breathe it all of the time. So how are you launching your day, leading your day and leaving your day? And based on that vision and based on what you can have in your head, write it down. What is the 1 to 2, 3 things that you can do throughout this week between now and next Monday to push your life purpose-led business forward? Because we are in business as light workers, what is it that and make sure those things are income generating activities, things that can be repurposed, things that are going to position you, and not just things because they just feel comfortable and you're going to do things at a minimal level. Push yourself to go out of your comfort zone, the one thing or 2 things or even 3 things that you've been putting off, that you know will move the needle, whether it's a conversation, whether it's an invitation, whatever it is, do that. Set the intention to do more of that every single day in the morning, evening, or nighttime, right? So that's 2 segments. So the next is the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, which is my favorite part of this podcast, YouTube podcast. So Soul Legacy Journal. I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy. The Soul Legacy Journal is a notebook. So I call it 365 days of your spiritual awakening story. This is my spiritual awakening story. When I tell my story in my co-author book, which I am seeking co-authors for. So if you know of anyone who wants to be a co-author, I'm going to be offering book money breakthrough sessions and co-author enrollment calls. That's what I've decided to do as my contribution between now and probably January, because I've left it. But as I go out and I get featured and I go out and I'm telling the stories that are in here. I'm telling the experiences that are in here that I'm writing down every day as my spiritual awakening, because a year of doing this and then looking back at my episodes, I can tell even from, like I said, I was doing some lives and some YouTube videos then, but even listening to the book and then coming back and listening again, I know how far I've come. I can't even remember what episode this is, what number it is. It's like 40 something. I don't know, whatever it is of contribution since doing the YouTube podcast. And I'm like, wow, how did it get to that many days? And already I've moved from London and come back to my hometown. And then when I'm setting that vision to travel and to be in different places, I will be filming from wherever I am. And having that level of freedom is massive. So this is my spiritual awakening story. And I call it a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. So whatever you have on your vision board is going to take some money, right? And we want to be in alignment with the money. And that's what I realized actually, this guy had his plan to do trading, to work and to do trading, to have the money coming in so he could pay like 20, 30 grand to do up his yacht. And I'm like, wow, you've got to have a plan. And I was proud of myself to be able to sit there and say, this is my plan. This is my journey so far. This is the journey that I'm going on, because I want whoever it is that I'm going to be with to see me in the light of where I'm going and not be intimidated by it, not be like, oh, she's shining too bright. Like if I'm shining too bright, then leave me. And not be like intimidated by the level of finances either, because I've had that in other relationships. Like, oh, whether you're earning it or not, but the fact that you want to earn more than they would ever earn, is like intimidating to some people, some guys, or whoever you're in a relationship with. And I didn't want that. So this Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day to play the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge with me, because you want to be in alignment with your financial freedom goals and your banking 50K in 50 days, so that you can say it out loud to other people and not flinch. And you can say it out loud to other people and be proud. You can announce it to your partner or your spouse or whoever, your kids, that actually, for my life purpose-led business, and I'm driven by my purpose, this is what I want to achieve. And this is, you're actually saying it out loud. The more you say it out loud, the more you actually believe it, rather than keeping safe and not moving forward because you're safe. I won't announce that to anyone. I won't let anybody know that I actually want to earn money in my business, but it's a business. So this journal helps you try that on. So the rules to the soul income game. So we tithe 10%. We come from the space that all your bills are paid, all your taxes paid, and all your savings are done. Like everything's done for a year. And so what does that look and feel like for you? And what would you spend your money on? Right. So you're tithing 10% to a worthy cause. My worthy cause is cruise bereavement care. And this guy was saying to me that, you know, something along the lines of with trading and stuff, you've got certain people that are billionaires, but a very small percentage of people that are billionaires. He believed, and it's kind of what I believe, but not in the way that, not to the extent that he has. He said, you know, with the billionaires, they should stop at, be capped at like 10 billion and then give away, tithe or whatever their money. And if they don't, like something awful should happen to them. And I'm like, yeah, maybe not that bit. And so I can't repeat what he actually said. And I was like, yeah, maybe not that bit. But I believe, and it's like, but why do you have to take away from them to give to others? Why can't we then teach the people that are in the bottom 10%? Because he was saying the divide. I said, and have them, give them the tools to, you know, increase their income. That was mine. So he came from this side and I came from that side. I don't think he really appreciated it. I had that opinion. I'm like, well, we don't have to do that. And we don't have to manipulate. And if people don't want to do that naturally, forcing them is not actually the way, I don't think. Anyway, so if you were to earn your money, what would you do? Who would you be? Who would you tithe it to? What difference would you make in the world and who to? Right. And so, and what would you spend your money on? And if you don't want to spend your vibrational money and journal it down today, you can carry the money over to tomorrow, and every single day until Financial Freedom Sunday. And then you have to spend it. And if you do not spend it, you snooze, you lose. And I got back quite late, actually. We were on the date for a few hours. So I didn't actually physically go and spend my money. So technically I lost it, but I spent it in my mind of traveling around the world and seeing different places, and just had a whale of a time in my mind. But I woke up with that, oh, Iona, you're on that path, you're doing it. Knuckle down, buckle down, get done what you need to do done. And I think the more you explain what you do to others who have no clue, and I was saying to him that I've got another book inside of me is my contribution in the world, but I'm waiting to manifest it. I'm waiting to manifest the man. So it's called Waiting for the One, Soulmate, Sex and Marriage, the ultimate guide to soulmate attraction, sensual sex and a magic marriage. And he said, wow. And I said, well, I want to meet my guy who's going to help me write this book. So in between the date and chatting and the date, he tried to look me up. Well, I don't have my name on the dating app, right? So he said, well, what's your book? I looked at it and I couldn't find it. I said, well, I'm writing it. I'm so convincing. That is my contribution. I'm writing it, but I've got a manifest to do to help me write it. And he's like, oh, so what's your other book and what's it? I said, no, I'm not. You don't give out all of your information, right? But and to somebody that you're not gonna, continue on. But I just think it's amazing when, for me, on this journey, I can be in front of someone and just be all of me and feel good about being all of me and just own it and own the journey that I'm on. I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's the Bank 50K in 50 Day Challenge. I would love to see you on the masterclass. I've pushed back the masterclass. It happens. There's a replay on the Spiritual Business Success YouTube channel, but I've pushed the live masterclass back until January because I want to jump on one-on-one calls. And Yvonne, I'd love to jump on a one-on-one call. Thank you for the love. I'd love to jump on a one-on-one call if it resonates with you. If you've written, I don't know if you've written a book, you want to write a book, and you want to base your book around your business and your life purpose, or if you know of anyone, send them my way, because I will be sending out some messages as of probably next week. I know it's coming up for like the Christmas period, but I'll probably start next week. I like to start things on a Monday. I kind of do it, and I've got the hey love. Oh, I wondered why I got more love. It's Sydney. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? So Sydney will be featuring. We're trying to figure out the time zones, aren't we, Sydney? But yeah, and if you know of anyone as well, Sydney, I will be jumping on book money breakthrough sessions and enrollment calls for the co-author book series, and for anyone who wants to birth their book. It's time. Listening to that book today called Book Launch from Chandler Bolt, that was like, oh yeah, actually. So the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, I've put it plays, there's a replay there anyway, but I've put the live back until January. I'm not even going to try and promote it before the Christmas months. I'm going to start, it's the 29th of January, and then the free chapter group coaching VIP day is the 30th of January. So I've done that. I'm just like, okay, start the new year off, direct everybody to that, and just start everybody, people get busy and people do this and people do that, and I have some stuff to do beforehand, so I'm really excited about it. I want to have the Soul Legacy TV press birth books. Book launch today really reminded me of, that it's such a therapeutic process. It's amazing. So the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, that is it. The link is in the show notes. The Soul Guided Influencers call for creating YouTube, forming joint vision partnerships and collaborating and cross-promoting. That happens on the 4th of December is the next one, on the first Monday of the month. Sign up if you haven't already. I would love to have you on there. It's a free networking call. It's a Zoom call off social media for us to connect. I'm super excited about that. I think that is it for today, Sydney. I've been on for 37 minutes, which sometimes I go to an hour. But today I feel like I'm done. If you guys have any questions, again, if you've got anyone that wants to birth their own book, let me know. Yes, we'll work it out. I'm confident it'll all come together. Yeah, absolutely. I've got someone who is free for that slot. So we'll just, I haven't, if you've messaged me, I haven't had a look in there. Why has everybody come on when I'm about to go? That is it for this YouTube podcast. How are you feeling today? Sydney, when you're journaling and you're visualizing and you're thinking about your contribution? Are you taking those soul guided actions, is what we're saying today for the contribution freedom, that's in alignment with your life purpose, because it actually does not go away. Your life purpose doesn't go away. Just, we can deny it, we can work for other people, we can do the most, and then at some point we have to honor that actually it's either this lifetime or the next lifetime. I'd rather do it in this lifetime, because I think it's going to be harder in the next than it is today. So it's just like, put our big girl pants on, be brave, and go out there and smash it. So that is it again for the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this out on the socials, please support the channel. And if you're listening along to this, again, share it out. There's others that need to hear it. This message isn't just for me. I do this for me, but it isn't just for me. And I do believe that this process of raising our vibrational frequency is a beautiful one. So Sydney says today is an 11. Yes. I feel like I'm finally back. Yes. Awesome. I love it. That high vibing, when we're high vibing, and we're looking at our purpose and we're thinking, how do you feel about your life purpose? How do you feel about your contribution freedom? And how do you feel in general? Like if you're in soul funk or soul flow. So 11's an amazing. 11 is being in alignment with your North Star and your values, and actually bringing those into those human actions, those soul guided actions, and having that manifest in the way that feels in alignment. So it's really cool. All right, big love. So don't forget to share your gifts and shine your light, because you are born to serve. Big love. Take care. Bye, Sydney. Bye, Yvonne.